Today we are going to go through a couple of things for the event that are going to help you have a really successful event. Sorry, this is not on Facebook right away, but technical difficulties, so we persevered. Anyway, so this is the meeting for the Cruise Subaru She Tries Carnes Crossroads women's pre-race meeting. We will have a girls meeting to follow. So this event is presented to you by Harris Teeter, Fleet Feet, and the Preston Morgue Real Estate Group. Sorry, I'm just reading some notifications. Okay, so the way this is gonna go is the event on Saturday is going to be awesome. We are so excited about it. This is going to be our largest event of the year, so we are doing careful planning and we're going to make it a great one. The triathlon has a virtual option as well, and we also have a duathlon and relay teams. So if you are virtual, you should be getting your packet soon. It will be mailed out later today, I believe. We packed those up this morning, so you should get those soon. And the in-person triathlon and duathlon, there's still time to register if you know of someone who may be on the fence. And we also have a relay team option. So I won't go through a ton of detail on the duathlon or the relay team option because you guys were also emailed your own specific instructions, so make sure to pay attention to those. So the way the timeline is going to work is on Friday, packet pickup is going to be from 3 to 6 p.m. at Fleet Feet at Carnes Crossroads. That is the Fleet Feet at 2509 North Main Street, Somerville, and that is right across from the Carnes Crossroads neighborhood. So you should be able to pick up your packet, and if you want, go ahead and go over and check out the course. If you didn't already get to do that, maybe you're coming in from out of town. When you pick up your packet, you will want to make sure that you bring your government issue ID, that's a driver's license or something similar, to receive your race number. And then you can pick up your swag bag and meet a few sponsors on Friday, head into Fleet Feet and check out their awesome gear that they have in their store, maybe get some last minute nutrition or some things that you need. And then Saturday, that's it for Friday. So Friday is just packet pickup. We will also have our She Tries merchandise, so bring your wallet. And then Saturday, we are going to be at 513 Wooden Road. Packet pickup is going to start at 5:45 and go till 7 a.m. And just a note about the 513 Wooden place, that actually takes you to the Carnes Crossroads sales office, which is slightly past the Green Barn and where we'll park. So right before your GPS alerts you that you are at your location, just look for the Green Barn on your left and the medical office is parking on your right, and that's where we will be. You can, there's plenty of parking on your right. I believe Sweetgrass Pediatrics is the only one that might be open that Saturday, so let's just not park in front of their office, give them some room for their patients. We will have parking signs and a volunteer or two to get you in the parking lot. All right, so once you arrive at Carnes Crossroads, I'm just gonna take you step by step of what you should think about doing. So first, you're gonna drive in, you're gonna park your car, or someone's gonna drop you off at the medical offices right across the street from the Green Barn. And then you're going to pick up your packet Saturday morning if you didn't already do that on Friday. You are going to set up your transition area. If you aren't sure how to set up a transition area, you can scroll back through our Facebook feed. We've had a few clinics on that already. There's also plenty of volunteers that will be able to help you out, and we have some veteran participants, so they will be able to help you out as well. All right. You're going to pick up your, I already said that. So then next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your race number to pick up your chip and get body marked. So this is your race number. They're actually purple. This is sorry, I had a little glitch there. So anyway, pick up your race number. It'll be purple. And then you get this at packet pickup, and then you want to take this when you go to get body marked. They're not going to give you your chip or put a mark on you until you can prove that you are number 83. And that's just to make sure we got the right chip to the right person, and then you get the accurate time. So go ahead and do that. And then after your transition area is set up and your body marked and you have your chip, then you can take selfies, fun photos with your friends, and thank our awesome volunteers for being there. So you should be able to just enjoy the rest of the morning after you get all the details done. All right, so the first part in the event, unless you're doing the duathlon, is the swim. We have a swim pace estimator that we have. It's also on our website, and you will put yourself, it's called seating yourself in the swim. So you will kind of determine how long it will take you to finish the swim. And then we have different signs, all the way from I swam in college and I'm crazy fast, all the way down to, I'm gonna get through this swim. So I brought a sign of the, what the swim signs look like. So this is 5-6. This says I'm a pretty good swimmer, but I don't know my pace. So this is just an example of what the signs will look like, and you'll line up around the sign that makes the most sense to you. The volunteers will be able to help you, and also it's always a good idea just to kind of ask the people in line where you are, and just kind of get a gauge about where they swim, about where you swim. Okay, so next thing on the swim is, after you seed yourself, if you want that morning, the swim we can do a warm-up swim if you want. It'll start at 7. It's just about 5-10 minutes, so you don't have much time, but if you want to go ahead and do that, you can. And so when you are swimming, the etiquette is to pass on, just like you're driving a car. So you pass on the left, you swim on the right. If you catch up to somebody in the lane, the etiquette is to tap them on the back of the foot, and then once they get to the end of the lane, they should pause and wait for you to pass. Doesn't always happen. Not everybody always knows the rules. Hopefully everyone's going to listen to this video, and they're going to, know exactly how it goes. So if not, just be patient. You can pass, but this swim is 250 yards, and the first lap and the last lap is one direction, but all the other lanes in the middle are 2 direction. So you're going to swim like you drive your car, maybe better for most of you. Also just a note, when you are on the main street side of the pool, that's where you're going to go under the lane line. So not the neighborhood side. When you're on the side that backs up to the woods, that's where you want to go ahead and go under the lane line. So we're going to remind this to you that morning as well. You may do any stroke that you want when you swim. You may stop, you may pause, however you need to get through this swim, we are going to get you through it. So after you get out of the swim, you're going to go into transition. You're going to get your bike, and you are going to latch your helmet at the rack. Don't leave your rack without latching your helmet. That's so important for safety. That's actually a USAT rule. And then you're going to take your bike and you're going to wheel it out by walking or jogging next to it until you get to the mount line. So the volunteers will tell you where to mount your bike. There will also be, it's usually a chalk line that will say mount your bike. The roads are not closed to traffic. The police will direct the traffic and the volunteers will direct participants. We have 2 main, we're really fortunate in Carnes, Crossroads. The neighborhood is really happy to have us in there, and we have 2 main sections that we have police around the traffic circle where the traffic is heavier, but for the most part the neighborhood has low traffic. So just look at those volunteers to tell you where you which direction you want to go, but it's always a good idea when you get to a intersection you know, on the bike, just to pause and just make sure there's no cars. You know, the volunteers and the police are human, so you want to look out for yourself above anything else. No drafting. So what does that mean? That means when you're on a bike, you need to be 3 bike lengths behind the person in front of you. So when you draft on a bike, it's actually an advantage. So we just want to make sure there's enough room between you and the bike in front of you, or if you pass somebody, you want to make sure you pass and just keep going. All right, so there are 3 loops on this bike course. So there's the first loop, the second loop, and the third loop. So that totals 3 loops. So that's a lot of counting to do. We did send out a close-up of the bike loop in our last 2 emails. So you will want to, if you're just getting on the bike course, you will want to be on the inside lane. If you are on lane lap 2 and 3, you're going to want to be on the outside. This is an area that you want to go very slow through. Even if you're on lap 2 and 3, you want to go ahead and go very slow. If you're leaving transition or coming back into transition, you want to be on that inside lane and just go very slow and take your time. Don't panic. And, you know, just let's get through this event safely. If you want to pass somebody on the bike, just say on your left and pass like you would a car. So we're thankful that Spokeworks Bicycle Workshop will provide support and gear out on the course. If you could have a spare tube for your bike, that would be super helpful, because there's lots of different bikes, lots of different size tubes. If you don't know what size tube you need, go to Trek Bicycle Store of Mount Pleasant or Charleston or Spokeworks and find out what kind of tube you need. So at least you have the equipment needed in case you need to change your tire. All right, so that is it for the bike. Next is the run. The run course is pretty straightforward on a path. It winds around, but it's really important to stay on the path and the sidewalks, because some of the roads next to where the run course is are used for the bike course. So let's not run in the road, let's run on the path and the sidewalk so you don't get trampled by a bike. If you have a race belt, that's one of these. That is helpful because it's an easy way to put your number on. You have to have your number on you, on the front of you, when you are running and on the run course. So if you don't have a race belt, you can pick one of these up at our gear tent. I believe they're $10. Nice, cheap, easy, and you'll have it for all your races to come. No headphones. I know this is gonna make some of you super sad, and but it's a USAT safety rule. So absolutely no headphones anywhere on the course. Just an idea of where to tell your spectators to view, not on the pool deck, and not in transition, but your spectators can go anywhere else on the course. So tell them to have at it. If you need a restroom, if you're facing the green barn and the pool is to your back, the restrooms will be on your right. So we have plumbing at Carnes Crossroads, which is super nice. So that's, I don't know, really great perk, I guess. Also, we will have our sponsor zone set up. If this is the first time doing our event, you may not be familiar with our passport system. So this is our passport, and then on the back of this passport has all our sponsors, and you will take this around on Friday and Saturday, and you will get all the vendors to sign off on your passport, and then you will put your name on it and put it in the box. And there are some really awesome prizes. Actually, I saw some of them this morning, and they're just awesome. I wouldn't mind winning a few of those. So make sure you get your passports, talk to the sponsors, thank them for supporting us. They really make this event, a really great event. We packed all the swag bags up today, and this is definitely the best swag of the year. It is. We have the Press and More group's amazing towels. We have, oh my gosh, all kinds of things in there. So you will just be so delighted to find out what's inside. All right, so the awards are going to be after the last finisher. It is our tradition to cheer in the final finisher, so please stick around for the final finisher. We're thinking approximately 10:30. Last year, the awards went a bit long, so we're gonna try to eliminate that. This year, we're gonna try to do the awards right after the last finisher, which could coincide with the little girls event starting, but we're trying to move both events along, so there's really no other way to do it other than it could possibly happen at the same time. That's just the way it's gonna go. Transition area is gonna open up approximately 9:30 after the last cyclist is off the course and on the run. Then you will be able to get your equipment out. And please, once your event is over, if you could stick around and cheer or volunteer for the She Tries Girls, which takes place after the women's event. It's just, I promise you, you will not be sad you stuck around. It's the cutest thing. We'll have some light snacks, little mini sandwiches, mimosas, bubbly water, cupcakes from Small Cakes, little local bakery in Carnes, Crossroads. So stick around for the after party, and then stick around to volunteer or cheer for the little girls. Their event goes pretty quickly, so it's not a huge commitment to volunteer after your event is over. And that is going to conclude the the Cruise Subaru She Tries Women's Event pre-race meeting. If you have any questions, please shoot them our way or go ahead and post in the chat and we will get them answered. Have a great day. Bye-bye.